Thank you. We've put the natural world under impossible pressure. We attach virtually no value to the natural systems on which each of us relies, and we seem only to value natural capital once it has been converted into throwaway consumer goods. Our profligate approach to precious, finite resources is not only inherently unsustainable, it is the definition of madness. Consider that the component parts of a single broken phone are worth nearly 1/3 of their original value, and yet most are simply thrown away. Or the food we waste. If it were a country, it would be the third largest emitter of greenhouse gases in the world at a time when almost 1 billion people face hunger. Or clothes. The global fashion industry is responsible for 4% of global emissions, equivalent to France, Germany, and the UK combined. Of the 9 million tons of plastic that the world has produced, just 9% has been recycled, and the rest is incinerated, buried in landfill, or left to pollute the natural environment. Every single part of our ocean, right the way down to the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of our ocean, is now contaminated by plastic, and millions of tons still enter the marine environment every year. 100,000 mammals, 1 million birds die every year from eating or getting tangled in ocean plastic. And if trends continue, the amount of plastic in the ocean is set to treble by 2025. It's estimated that resource extraction and processing contribute to half of total greenhouse gas emissions, as well as 90% of biodiversity loss and water stress. And the trend is pointing up, not down. Globally, we extract 3 times the amount of resources from nature that we did in 1970. And that's set to more than double again by 2060. So clearly we've got a lot of work to do to turn things around and live within our means. In the UK, we're beginning to get our house in order. We're bringing in legislation to start designing waste out of the system, to shift the incentives so that products are built to last and to be repaired and recycled. And that means attaching a cost to things we want to phase out, like plastic pollution. So for example, we're introducing a new tax on plastic packaging with less than 30% recycled content. And we're shifting the burden from consumers to producers, legislating for extended producer responsibility so that businesses are made to take full responsibility for the lifetime costs of their products, whether that's a mobile phone or a sprig of parsley packaged in a brick of plastic. We've begun banning single-use plastics that we simply don't need anymore, like straws and plastic stirrers, and we're introducing a deposit return scheme for drinks containers. I believe we're the first country in the world to get more than halfway towards the global goal of cutting food waste in half by 2030. And the good news is that people everywhere want an end to the waste and pollution that is degrading our soils and ocean, devastating species and destabilizing our climate. So we're committed to supporting developing countries to make the transition to a more circular economy as well. Now, at this point in time, no government is doing anything like enough. But the UK will continue to step up alongside our friends in the Netherlands and elsewhere. As presidents of COP26 and the G7, we're asking governments to work with business and civil society to help us try to flip the market away from destruction towards sustainability. The shift towards a more circular economy is an essential part of that, and that makes the work that you do more important than ever. So I'd like to thank the Netherlands for bringing us together today, and we look forward to continuing to work with you in this critically important year ahead. Thank you very much.